Hi, I'm Brice, and 2025 was my first year doing art fight, so in honor of that, I'm gonna be ranking all of the attacks that I did. Just to be clear, I'm ranking the attacks that I sent to others, not attacks anyone sent to me, and my rankings are based completely on my arts. It's not judging anyone's OCs or anything like that, so yeah, let's get into it. My first attack was this digital drawing of these two characters who belong to anipwrites, and what I really like about this piece is the background and the constellations because they have motifs. So for her, I think she has a panther and he has like the bow and arrow. Really love that part. I really love how the background looks. I also really like the style of it because I'm always trying to get like a cartoon sort of chibi style. I think this sort of was that. What I really hate though is the lighting, so I'm gonna put this in B purely because of the lighting. It really kind of irks me. My second attack was this digital drawing. It was kind of like a quick portrait sketch and it was for a character belonging to minachee. I believe this person was the first person who followed me on that fight. I really love how this turned out. I think the character is really cute and I love the hair. That's all like cotton candy kind of color. The lips and the eyes are a little off and like I think somebody like proportion things, but overall I really love how this turned out. So I'm gonna give this one an A. It's not like S tier, but it's pretty high up there. Definitely one of my favorite pieces. My third attack was another digital drawing, a little chibi for, I believe this was the second person who followed me, iSopod Media, and overall I like it, but I'm not like a huge fan of it. Also, when I posted it, I realized that the ears, I didn't erase the line that separates the ears from the earring, and that really irks me. I really love the little cigarette in his hand though, I think that's a cute detail, but overall, the piece is just okay, so I'll put this one in the C tier. My fourth attack was another digital portrait for someone who followed me pretty early on. I wanted to try and like experiment with faces at different angles. It looks awkward. I like how the freckles look, but everything else is kind of weird. It's not terrible, but it's just like all basic. I'll also put this one in the C tier. My fifth attack was again another digital portrait for someone who followed me early on, and I think this one also has to go in the C tier. It's okay. Again, I try kind of experimenting with the faces at different angles. I like how it's shaded. The hair is pretty okay, but it's just not like one of my faves. My sixth attack was a digital painting. This is one of my faves. I need to get over all the bad things about it first. The trees, the top, like that's abysmal. I should have cropped it, but I wanted to do a full background, so I'm just gonna zoom in and judge it from there. The anatomy, the more I look at it, I'm like seeing all these mistakes, but we're also going to ignore that and just focus on the rendering because I really love how this is rendered. Based on that alone, it's like one of my faves. I also spent a lot of time on it and I was like mostly proud with the outcome, so this is S tier for me. On to my seventh attack. This one was animated but really simply. So they're in a relationship, they're married, and I love how I captured his like expression and longing and yearning for her. He's so dreamy, loverboy coded. This is one of my faves and I really like the OC as well, so a little bit of bias there, but he's just so cute. I'm really obsessed. And then I just tune the background for like more points and just kind of like to practice. I think it turned out really well. This goes on S tier for me. Fully biased decision. I like how it's drawn, but also I'm really obsessed with him. My eighth attack was a 3D model for sourxmonkey. I saw one of her art fight videos and that's kind of how I decided I was finally going to do art fight. So yeah, I wanted to do an attack for her. This was like my first attempt at low poly 3D models before I had been doing whatever is the opposite of low poly. For my first attempt, I really love how this turned out. I think the hair especially, like the polys on the hair just looks really nice. I'm really obsessed with it. S tier, definitely S tier. My ninth attack was a digital painting, and before we get into anything, I'm just gonna say immediately S tier. This was one that I ranked polished. Full bias, I'm obsessed with the OC. He is so hot. I love him. Respectfully, I'm not sitting here fangirling over somebody's OC. I really like the effort I put into this one. I don't usually do backgrounds that often. I was really nervous about like trying to paint glass, but I think they turned out pretty okay. I just really love this. Like there's no words except that I love it, and it's definitely S tier. And yeah. My 10th attack was another simple animation. I love how this turned out because the character is like kind of like dark and mysterious, and I made him look kind of cute and chibi. I like the little dog on his hat. The hat though, I'm gonna pull up a video of the time lapse of me drawing the hat. It was a struggle, couldn't find a good reference. It was so much pain. Overall, I like the piece. It's cute, so this goes in E. My 11th attack was another 3D model. This was so stressful because I started working on the model and then I realized that the person actually hadn't signed up for ArtFight. So I had to go like to one of their social media accounts and beg them to register, which they did. Overall, really pleased with how this came out. This would have been my second time attempting a low poly model. The hair, especially the gummy worms, I love the texture of it. It looks like real gummy worms, like I can eat it. And the dress and stuff came out really nicely. So this also goes in S tier. My 12th attack were these two Sonic OCs. This was my first time drawing anything Sonic related. I don't really know anything about the movie or the game, but after doing this, I realized that I want a Sonic OC because this was so much fun. I enjoyed working on this and I enjoyed how it came out, so this also goes in S tier for me. For lucky number 13, we have this digital painting. I've never really done this sort of style, so this was more of an experiment, and overall I like how it turned out. The anatomy has like a lot of mistakes as always, so we're not going to focus on that. We're just going to focus on the overall vibe of the painting. Definitely 10 out of 10, so this goes an A for me. Attack number 14 is really exciting because this was actually my first revenge for the first attack that I got, and I like how this turned out. I think it's just really like peaceful and calming to look at. I like the design. It's like, it reminds me of Among Us. Originally I was going to do like an Among Us drawing, but I'm like, okay, it's 2025, let's not be cringe. But yeah, I like how this turned out. I'll put it in B tier. Attack number 15 is another one of my faves because this OC, Ryan Rose, he has like the exact same characteristics as my OC Adrian. They both do photography, they're both 21 years old, and they both have like that sort of like cool kind of fashion sense. When I found them, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to draw them together. I also had so much fun drawing the cameras. I don't think I've ever drawn cameras before. Overall, this is one of my faves, so this goes in S tier. My 16th attack was my second revenge. This was a quick one, kind of just experimenting with textures, maybe a little too much, but yeah, it will go in C tier for me. My 17th attack was revenge. I love this one so much. It slays. It's just so fun. It's given like, you know, two body best friends. Again, the anatomy is a little off, but we're just not gonna pay attention to that, so this goes in S tier. Attack number 18 was also a first for me. I don't know anything about Naruto. Doing like I think that's like Naruto clouds, I guess. It was really difficult and I felt like it looked weird. The font as well, I did that by hand. That was fun to draw. Yeah, overall I enjoyed this. I'll put this in A tier. On to the 19th attack, and this was for Rotten Kiwis. I really like the OC and she's a bartender, so one of the suggestions was to draw her like serving your OC, so I did that. For some reason I could not draw my OC here at all. Like, I think she looks so weird. I really love how Rotten Kiwi's OC turned out though. Like, she looks so cute, and the candle is just one of my favorite parts. Also, again, I don't really do backgrounds, so this was just fun as well to work on. Overall, if I ignore my OC being in this, I would rate it A tier. The 20th attack was a full-time job. This was a revenge for Fugu like Strawberry, and I did all 5 of their OCs. Originally started off with 4, so this was just a family photo there, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to turn this into a jump scare and add their 5th OC, which is like this sort of like monster. This took so long, but it was rewarding in the end to see it finished. I'm not like a huge fan of it. I really like how the one in the little boy in the red, I like how he is rendered, but again, anatomy and stuff is kind of wrong. Overall, I'm just really proud of it. I really wanted to give them a good attack because I love the attack they sent me. If I had a tier between A and S, but I'm not going to add one, so I think I'll just put it in A. So onto the 21st attack. This was for half-eaten Oreo. It will see Zeppy is a blue devil, or based on a blue devil, which if you don't know, blue devil is one of the traditional Caribbean carnival characters. So because of that, I drew the OC playing Mass or Caribbean Carnival, more like a modified Blue Devil costume. I love drawing beads in carnival costumes. It's like relaxing and satisfying. So that's my favorite part of this. I also just like the pose. I feel like it has sort of movement. Overall, I'll put this in A tier. It's really close to being S tier, but I think I'll leave it in 8. Attack number 22 is another 3D model. This was another full-time job. I totally underestimated how hard it would be to draw the mushrooms. It was so frustrating, but I pushed through. I really enjoyed working on the bunny. I've never done like an animal, so this was a little bit of a struggle. In the end, I really like how it turned out though. So overall, this goes in S tier. This is number 23. This was a revenge. I did it really quickly because it was like near to the end of art fights and I really wanted to revenge everyone who attacked me. I'm not really too proud of this one. I've never really drawn child characters before, so it was fun to work on, and I like the little lighting from the orbs, but overall this could be like a lot better. Unfortunately, it had to be rushed because the attack came kind of late. I just really wanted to like give them a revenge because I appreciate anyone who took their time to attack me. Unfortunately, this does go in C tier. On to attack number 24. This was a revenge for Shiny Hunter Kai, and I really loved how this one turned out. This goes in A tier. So this was the 26th one and the last 3D model that I did. This was for Noisy Tongue, and originally I planned just to do one character. I started working on it, so I'm like, actually no, I want to do 2 characters because I really love Vera as well. But it was 2 days before art fight. I was like, there's no way I'm going to finish this in time, and somehow I did, and I actually really love how it turned out. The rest of 3D models I did weren't really posed, so this was like a little bit experimenting and trying to figure out exactly what to do, and in the end I think it turned out so nice. They look so cute. This also goes in S tier. Attack number 26. This was my mass attack because I feel like you have to do a mass attack if you take part in art fight, right? I don't know who made the rules. So this one was just featuring a bunch of different Caribbean OCs because when I was originally searching for characters, I stumbled across quite a few OCs that were from Caribbean countries, and then I decided, wait, I should put them all together. This isn't all of them, but I was running out of time. The style, the drawing of it is not one of my favorites. It's definitely something outside of the style I would usually do. It's just weird for me, and overall, I'm like not focusing much on the art as much as I'm focusing on like the concept and message behind it, because everyone who got one was so excited. They were like, oh my gosh, all the Korean OCs together, like representation. I think that meant more than anything else. So for that alone, it goes in A tier just because I'm really proud of the messaging and like the community behind it. Finally, attack number 27. This took 30 minutes and I did it, I think, about 45 minutes before the site closed off. Again, I was just trying to revenge everyone who attacked me, so this was really quick and I'm gonna redo it next year. This goes in B tier. And that is all of my attacks from 2025 art fight. I honestly had so much fun. This was my first art fight. I do intend on partaking in an art fight in 2026, but I don't think I'll be able to produce as many pieces. Most likely I will be busy during that period, but if not, then I'm going to lock in. Overall, 10 out of 10 experience. I enjoyed it. I think it really showed me that I can do art relatively quickly and I can experiment with backgrounds and lighting and stuff. So, you know, hopefully I learned a lot and try to incorporate that into my typical workflow. Let me know in the comments which rankings you'll agree with, which ones you'll disagree with, etc. And yeah, I'll see you all on the battlefield in Art Fight 2026. Stay creative.